Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the only team from Southern Africa at the 2017 Gabon African Cup of Nations Finals Tournament, the Warriors of Zimbabwe. Hello there, I'm Charles CNN Mabika, and welcome to another show. And on this show, it's a first, because for the first time on the show, we are talking about the women's game. And particularly on this week's show, it's the Zimbabwe senior national women's team, the Mighty Warriors. Well, some of you might not be aware, but the women's game was introduced into the country back in 1981. It was the brainchild of two men, Lester Katete and the late Chris Matema. I promise you that later on we will have Lester Katete. We'll hunt him down and get him on the show and tell us how he came up together with the late Chris Matema to think about the women's game. What these two guys did, they approached government then and talked to them through the then Minister of Sport, who was Teurai Ropa Nongo, now known as Mrs. Joyce Mujuru, and she took it to government, and government gave the thumbs up to the formation of national women's game. And there were clubs that sprouted from then, clubs like Dynamos Queens, Highlanders Queens, Zimbabwe Saints of Queens, and so on. And the game has evolved. You will be aware of that. It has evolved to great heights, to dizzy heights, and the Mighty Warriors have done very, very well. So this is what we'll be talking about, and I have drawn up, here I go again, I've drawn up a list of what I think is the best, the finest Mighty Warriors 11 from 1981 to now. So you will see what you can think about it when it comes up later on, and we'll also show you highlights from a couple of Mighty Warriors matches. But before we do that, yes, let's send you on another Zim treasure hunt. And this week's treasure hunt is, of course, it has to be about the Mighty Warriors, and here it is. Which former Mighty Warriors player was nicknamed Gringo? Was it A, Sitetelelwe Sibanda, or B, Rose Mugadza, or C, Precious Mpala?
Hello everyone, my name is Knowledge Musona, Warriors captain. Follow all the great stats and stories of Zimbabwean football on Charles Mabika's Diaries. It's gonna be on YouTube and on Facebook. Don't miss out. It's gonna be fun. Peace.
Well, like always, it's a multiple choice, and you can always ask around before we reveal the answer to you. But don't worry, if you don't have time for that, if you're glued to your screens right now, we will be revealing the answer at the end of the show. And now it is time for you to find out who I think. I will tell you, it wasn't a simple task, it was a tough task indeed, but I did manage to come up with what I reckon is or was the Mighty Warriors' finest 11. And here it
Zimbabwe up against Angola. There's been a lot of talk about this young team that has arrived in this tournament. So how much will they be able to do here to cause an upset against a formidable Zimbabwean Mighty Warriors team? Rosanirina from Madagascar. Here's Zimbabwe onside, ball paid in! And that is the opening goal. And easily put into the back of the net, had all the time in the world to slot the ball past the goalkeeper. Cross Zimbabwe, away Angola, still alive Zimbabwe, chance it! 2-0 Zimbabwe, 2-0 Zimbabwe, and then Neshamba opens the account. Neshamba finally finds the back of the net. Neshamba, she had all the time in the world to find the back of the net, nobody marking her. From the Zimbabwean point of view, they want the players to be slightly better finishers. Here's Neshamba! She finds the back of the net on cue. And I was talking about the finishing, she does show that she has what it takes. Neshamba puts the ball into the back of the net. Zimbabwe now lead by 3-0 before we go to the end of the first half. We're approaching the hour mark of this first game of this tournament. Now, Sipa is on side, got support on the far side, and then the first hat-trick of this tournament. She will keep the ball, she will keep the match ball. So the first hat-trick of this year's tournament coming in from the young lady we spoke about, said they missed her so much in the previous two editions. Sipa unselfishly playing the ball towards her, and Neshamba finds a third goal in the opening game of this year's tournament.
So, what do you think about that lineup? Do you agree with it? If you don't, yes, you are quite free, like always, to send us your own list of the finest ever Mighty Warriors 11 lineup. Right, it's now time to find out if you managed to fish out the Zim treasure hunt. But before we reveal it, let's give you one last chance. And if you said the answer is C, you were spot on, because that's Precious Mpala. She was nicknamed Gringo after a local TV character who went by that same character name, Gringo. He was male, and he's still around don't see much of him now on local television. Lazarus Boora is his real name. Precious got that nickname from her teammates in the Mighty Warriors camp then in the late 90s and the early 2000s because they reckoned she was naughty in camp. She would tell jokes, all sorts of jokes, and she would really be the life of the party. So they reckoned, why don't we also call her Gringo? It was a clean, humorous fun from Precious Gringo Mphala.
Zimbabwe and Mozambique. This match number 11 of the tournament overall. It's only 9th if you look at the number of matches effected. It's number 8 if you look at the number of matches played from day one of this tournament. Total of 50 goals have been scored. Are we going to see more goals here? Because Nwube will take this one for Zimbabwe. Long ball into the penalty area. To be shot into the back of the net. Half cleared, unmarked in a penalty area, and she scores a goal. Marjorie Nyaumwe scores here for Zimbabwe, a first goal of this year's tournament. 60% ball possession to the Zimbabweans. Long ball played it towards the penalty area. Run made into the penalty area. Finally for Mozambique. Chance in coming in. The goalkeeper comes out. Opportunity. This one just going wide. They had something going forward. And Lonika Tananwe managed to get and connect to the ball, but just putting it wide. Marching on forward again for the Zimbabweans towards the penalty area. It's an early ball, it's a good ball. Msipa has all the time. Msipa puts it into the back of the net, and goal number 2 for Zimbabwe. The composure from her. Into the back of the net, and Msipa finds the back of the net for Zimbabwe. 18 fouls in total so far in this game. The ball played in towards the middle of the park, collected again. And Mozambique flicked on. So the penalty area, this one is cleared away easily. Now they're on the break. Msipa going forward. Msipa! Oh, what a miss! What a miss from Msipa. Isabel peels off away from Mabika. Early ball expected from Meta. Good ball into the penalty area. She did get underneath the ball, but just didn't get the positioning right. Putting it over the crossbar. Bettina Alfredo. 20 years of age. And there's a penalty given. Nashamba just been nudged by the captain of Mozambique. Joanna Soka saying there was nothing wrong with what I did there, I just went up. And the referee saying, no, not today. Now, let's see how she's going to take this one, Nashamba. Rudo Nashamba. Step forward, Rudo Nashamba! Comfortably converted. And Zimbabwe go 3-0 up, and she scores her 4th goal of the tournament. Zimbabwe 3-0. Shira Makoto will take this one. 3-0 they're leading, Zimbabwe. Long ball into the penalty area. Nyaumwe! And that really just is an icing on a already delicious looking cake for Nyaumwe. She pulled off a marker and comfortable, easily into the back of the net. Zimbabweans came with a plan, and the players executed that to the T. And there, referee Leticia Viana blows this game to an end. A good dead offers for Zimbabwe. Their 2nd game in a row they win, and scoring 4 times like they scored against Angola. But this time around, without conceding a goal, the Zimbabweans have managed to find the back of the net.
Right, that's just about it. Let's make another date, same time, and well, you can watch it anytime at your own leisure, 24/7. And yes, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles, CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.